Hey guys, we've got another user-submitted replay here from Phlebuster. Thank you so much for submitting your replay. He is our blue Infernal player versus Vulcanito, who is our red Vanguard player, going with the Barracks first opening. Yeah, and he's already got a scout all the way into Phlebuster's main. Kind of a missed opportunity there for the dog to get some harassment done on the... There we go, on the Hexen. Dog definitely wins that fight. No, Vulcanito, you should have stayed, or at least like been annoying with the creep camp. All right, so it's gonna be expansion first, followed up by an Iron Vault, which means no gaunts for the time being. But we are gonna see Triple Bob come forward. What could this mean? Yeah, this dog needs to be more active. I think we've just come from seeing a couple of games from KR Bob and JXP where the dog micro was just absolutely beautiful. If you guys want to go watch good dog micro, check out the some JXP and especially KR Bob videos. KR Bob is an absolute animal with his early game scout control. Um, okay, so we're gonna see two imps come forward, and yeah, we can start. It's the imps that are gonna be taking the damage for these slimes, but oh no, early game lancers are so hard to defend against. Oh, especially when a sentry post goes down, that's just gonna straight up turn into a buzzsaw cannon, isn't it? It is. No, you need that bob back. Get that bob back, building the sentry post. You're on a timer to get that sentry post up. Keep the lancer back as well, or at least keep it like right next to the keep it right next to the sentry post. Come on. Sorry, Phlebuster, I'm not cheering against you, but watching a buzzsaw cannon go down as an offensive bunker rush is like, I think it's the bunker rush that people have been wanting to have, like, the option for, but no one really had it figured out just yet. I think I have seen this replay already, actually, but I must not have saved it, so we're going to cast it again. Oh, Skull goes down on one of the Bobs who are building another sentry post. One of the brutes is hitting it though, and is it going to get turned into a fiend? They could just play Ring Around the Rosie by the, oh no, it does go down. They could have just played Ring Around the Rosie around that, the Buzzsaw Cannon. Final Lancer, or no, this Lancer anyway, inside of the camp is trying to take down the Shroud Stone. These two Lancers are going after the Hexen though, and that would be a huge loss if he doesn't manage to connect with it. Phlebuster is just running for his life. I think he knows he doesn't have it. Yeah, the Hexen's just doomed. I think it can't teleport back, and it's too slow to run away from the... What? What? No, the Lancers! Why did you stop chasing? You could have had him! You could have had him! That Hexen was dead to rights, and he manages to get away because the Lancers just got bored or something. Oh, man. Anyway, the Buzzsaw Cannon gets cleaned up. Interesting that it didn't kill the Iron Vault, but it did do plenty of damage inside of the base of a Phlebuster anyway. But now Phlebuster's just going to yeah, chill, recover, and Vulcanito sends his Lancers back home. Nice. Okay. And we're going to see a Hellforge going down. Interesting, interesting. Okay, but what do we have going down for tech? And that is the correct response to Lancers, by the way. If you make Hellborn, they're just too slow and too squishy, and they end up getting surrounded and killed by the Lancers. And Weirs are nice, but Lancers are too high of a unit count to deal with them effectively. So you need something that is tanky enough to deal with the anti-light damage that Lancers do, as well as something that does AoE damage against Lancers, which the Magmadons do. So, yeah, Magmadons are just like the answer against Mass Lancer right now. Meanwhile, at the BK Lounge, it's the kinetic redirection that's getting researched. There's our first Magmadon. We don't see many more. Every time I come back here and the chicken clucks, it like throws me off a little bit. We don't see any more production structures out, though, which is ill-advised is the nice way of saying it. I think sitting on one iron vault on 2 bases is suboptimal, to say the least. There we go. He's missing out on a little bit of DPS, decides to get the rest of the brutes in on it. Magmadon, I think, got the final shot there, but nice to see a little bit of a Shroud Highway starting to happen here across the map. That'll be helpful if Weavers ever get into the mix. We'll see if they ever do. All right, Phlebuster moving up north, I think, to maybe clear out this passive Luminite camp. Yeah, and now, okay, the Lancers do have support from two Exos. Alright, so we do see some Exos in the mix. I think he understands that, well, if I showed all Lancers, then that means Magmadons automatically, so you have to start building up Exos or some kind of anti-heavy armor unit to deal with those Magmadons. And the Exos do a great job of that. They clump up together so you get good DPS density, and yeah, they're just a great backline unit to synergize with the Lancers. Meanwhile, back at home, do we see any... Okay, we see a lot more production structures going down. See the Twilight Spire going down. Hellforge. I think we need to find a... Let's find a Magmadon to see... Okay, we do see Demon Hoof Tremors. Excuse me, guys. Alright. Meanwhile, Vulcanito takes the passive Luminite camp from Phlebuster and builds a very forward third. That's quite bold. I would almost think that you would want... Yeah, there's a ramp right here. I would almost think you would want this to be your third, but maybe not. There's probably a reason for it. Yeah, this triangle-ish third that that Phlebuster took, I would imagine is the preferred way of doing it. All right, throws something. Oh, Superstone goes down, and now this the slower army of Phlebuster is gonna try to come forward. Does manage to get there. Oh, all right, nice Nightfall Infestation. Magmadon's gonna stomp on forward and say, "Hey, Lancers, leave my guys alone." Now it's the Weaver's turn. Alright, Weavers do get an Exo. Get another Exo. Oh, none of those Gaunts are sitting on, none of those Gaunts are standing on Shroud. Not that it matters, they don't have Plague Axes up yet. Yeah, that'll be a couple of stones going down for Phlebuster. Meanwhile, Vulcanito taking down the passive Luminite camp, as well as... What kind of tech do we have back here? Just a couple barracks. The BK line is up and running, going for quick draw hustle. So he's really investing into bio. We don't, like... There's no indication that there's going to be a tech switch into mech anytime soon, which is totally fine. That being said, I don't know that a med tech is necessarily the best... It does heal. It does heal, albeit very slowly and at great cost to a single unit. And Bioball tends to be high unit count, so really the med tech is best used inside of a med station, so it can heal multiple units at a time at the cost of no mana at all. Alright, passive Therium camp goes down. Alright, here we go. Now Phlebuster, I think, is going to try to corner Vulcanito's Lancer Exo Ball. We still don't have Plague X's yet. Magmadon's going to stomp on forward, but I think everything in the Vanguard Army Ball right now is just too quick. They can just kite everything to death that's in Phlebuster's army. Phlebuster throws down a permanent effigy, though. Okay, now Vulcanito's in a bit of a quandary here. He's... Ooh, that Hellborn's pretty vulnerable. I don't know if I would go for it. Yeah, that Hellborn is done for. You got to get him out of there. No way. Nightfall Infestation goes down on a bunch of Exos. Now it's 2 Hellborns that are going to be shelling off this Exo Ball. Oh, they need to focus the Exos, though. Phlebuster continuing to do that running attack as... Oh, the Fiends are trying to do some chip damage to the retreating Exos. The Veteran C3 one goes down. Good catch. Any kind of unit that goes down with Veterancy on it is a better grab than you realize. It's just it's something that can't be bought. Like, yes, you spend orbital energy to promote something, but that just takes time. There's no way to, like, you can't build another base and get more orbital energy faster the way that you can do that with resources. It's like, oh, if you need more resources, just, you know, build more eco, build another base, build more workers, and bam, you have resources faster. There's not all that much you can do to get orbital energy faster. There are 2 upgrades for it, but even then, like, there's a limit to it. It's not something where it's like, oh, grab the boys, we're suddenly mining Therium now. It oh, all these mobs getting great scout on this army, but yeah, all right. Oh, and the V5 rocket launcher was grabbed while I wasn't looking. All right, so it looks like this looks like Phlebuster's army is going to clean up this 3rd. And now, all right, now Vulcanito takes this as a 3rd. You know what? The more I watch this match, the more I guarantee I've seen it before. But that's okay. If it didn't show up in my YouTube videos, then I must not have casted it, or must not have kept what I casted anyway. All right, V5 rocket launcher doing damage from the low ground. And now it's just going to get pushed around by the Infernal Army. I think the push priority on the V5 rocket launcher is so low precisely because it can't be controlled. We're going to see a couple of Hornets out on the map, which are great anti-light, but for some reason they're attacking that Magmadon. Oh, I think the all-army hotkey was selected when the Magmadons started using their stomps, but it runs out right before the Nightfall Infestation goes down, so none of those Exos really get turned into Fiends to speak of, and they're just going to sit there completely surrounded by Exos getting burst down. And now it's all these Weavers that are going to be taking all the anti-light damage from the lances of the Vulcans. Vulcan does get yoinked. V5 rocket launcher is going to continue doing its best to try and help out, but it does do friendly fire, so I don't know that this is that's necessarily the best for this army comp. But all right, Vulcanito's army is finally just completely gone. Phlebuster's sitting on top of the production of Vulcanito, and yeah, Vulcanito just trying to process his loss right now. Phlebuster taking a couple seconds to just to give him some advice, and yeah, tells him that, hey man, you did good. Like, you lost, but it's not because, well, there it is. Inf is still busted. Infernal's still busted. But anyway, finally, there's the GG. And that'll be it for this game. Thanks for the submission, Phlebuster.